Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope that you are very well and healthy by the kindness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even in this critical COVID-19 period. Today, I became present before you with an online class. My today's class will be on tense. This class is necessary for class 11 and it is also necessary for the students of 12th class. Although the students of 12th class got this class in your classroom, and I also tell you that for both of you, for both the classes, this topic is an simple topic because you learned this in your previous classes in your school life. From class 6 you learned this topic. Here look at the whiteboard. Here I wrote some rows and columns by making you understand the topic tense easily and properly. Dear student, look, first I gave the definition of tense. The definition of tense is very simple. Here I wrote tense is the time of action. In our everyday life, we do something and there is a time of our actions in our daily life. It may be at the present time, it may be in the past, it may be in future, and the time of actions, the time of action is tense. So dear learners, remember one thing. Maybe in your school life, when you went to learn tense, first you learn the definition of tense, then the types of tense, present, past, future, and when you would go to learn the kinds of tense, forms of tense, first you learned present simple, then present continuous, then present perfect, then present perfect continuous, and then you started the forms of past tense, and at last you learned the forms of future tense. When you learned in this way, in that way, and after some days or some months you forgot the structures and definitions of the forms of tense. So why it happened? It happened because after learning the definitions and structures of the forms of present tense, you learned the forms of the structures and definitions of the forms of past tense. And When you finished learning all the structures and definitions of the forms of past tense, you forgot the structures and definitions of the forms of present tense. So here I will show you an easy technique how you will learn the forms of all types of tense and how you will remember these forms. Here I made some rows and columns. In the first column I put tense, types of tense, present, past, future, and in the next columns I put different forms of tense, 12 forms of tense. Okay, so here I will tell you to learn first the forms of simple tense. Okay, simple present, simple past, simple future, that means present simple, present simple, past simple, future simple. You will remember one thing, you will think that the structures of the forms of simple, that means these three, the structures of these three forms are same. You think it. Okay, you will also see a difference in place of verb. In the present tense, verb will be in present form. In the past tense, verb will be in past form. In future tense, verb will be in shall will plus V1 form. Okay, so here first we will learn present simple, then past simple, then future simple. You will think that the structure is only one, but subject plus verb plus extension or something, subject plus verb plus something. So when you will learn the structure of present simple, you will see subject plus V1 plus something. If it is past simple, subject plus V2 plus something. If future simple, subject plus shall will plus V1 plus something. Okay, my dear students, I told you that the structures are same, only one. Okay, subject plus verb plus something. In time of present simple, structure will be subject plus V1 plus something. V1 means present form of verb. Here I wrote V1 present form of verb, V2 past form of verb, V3 past participle form of verb. S means subject. Okay, in time of present simple, structure will be subject plus V1 because it is present simple. In time of past simple, the structure will be subject plus V2. Why V2? Because it is past simple. In time of future simple, the structure will be subject plus shall or will plus V1 plus something. Why shall or will? Because in future tense we use shall or will. Okay, so here I also gave an example for each type. Subject plus V1, present simple, subject plus V1, subject I. Learn, I took a verb learn for all the forms. I used here, I used learn, the word learn. Okay, so I learned it, subject plus V1, subject I plus V1 here V1 learned, then something or extension here or object. Okay, here I used it, I learned it, subject V1 something. Okay, in past simple, subject V2, I V2 learned is V2 form of, V2 means past form of learn. I learned it. And then when it will be in future simple, the structure will be in subject plus shall will plus be1. Subject I shall learn it. I shall. Here from shall or will we took I took shall. Okay. I shall learn V1. Okay. Subject shall or will. Okay. From shall or will shall. Then V1. Learn V1. Then something it. Okay. So dear students, remember it. Here I will also give you definition of these forms of tense. What is the definition of present simple? Present simple is used to express or to indicate the time of an action which happens in general time. Okay. Here I want to tell you that present simple is used to indicate habitual or eternally true actions. Okay. To indicate the time of habitual or eternally true actions. Okay. Present simple tense is also used to indicate the time of an action which happens generally, always, regularly, every day, okay, daily, this, okay. Then the definition of past simple. Past simple is used to indicate the time of an action, the time of a complete or a finished action which happened in the past at a specific period of time. Okay. Here in the past tense, time is mentioned. Okay. When we will go to define future simple, we will see that future simple tense is used to indicate the time of an action which is promised or thought to happen in future. Okay. Then come present continuous. Here in this column I will discuss present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. For these three forms, the structure is only one. Okay, what is the structure? Subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing. Subject plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing plus something. Subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing plus something. For this form also, the structure is same. Okay. So what is the difference in present continuous or in past continuous or in future continuous? There will be a difference. What is the difference? The difference will be in place of auxiliary verbs. When it will be present continuous, auxiliary verbs will be am, is, are. When it will be past continuous, auxiliary verbs will be was, were. When it will be future continuous, auxiliary verbs will be shall be or will be. Okay, here I also gave examples. Subject plus am, is, are, verb ing. Subject I. From am, is, are, I had to take am. Okay. Learning, verb ing. Here the base form of the verb is learn, and here will be ing form. Ing form of learn is learning it. Subject am, is, are, verb ing plus something. Subject am. Okay. I am. Subject plus am or is or are. Then learning, verb ing plus it. These are also same. Only a difference in place of auxiliary verbs. Past continuous, was, were. Future continuous, shall be or will be. Okay, same things. So I want you here, I want you to think only one structure, subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing. Okay, and the here will be a difference, the difference will be in place of auxiliary verbs. So what is the definition of present continuous? The definition of present continuous is that present continuous is used to indicate the time of an action which is happening. Okay, and it also indicates the ongoing time of an actions. Okay, and the definition of past continuous is that past continuous tense is used to indicate the time of an action which was happening in the past. Okay, which was happening in the past for a specific period of time. And the definition of future continuous tense is used to indicate the time of an action that is promised to be going on, that means that will be happening in future. Okay, dear students, now come to the form of perfect. Okay, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. In this column also I wrote structures, three structures of three forms. For this column also you will think that the structures are same, only one structure you will think. A difference will be, it will come later. So what is the structure? The single structure for these three forms: subject plus auxiliary verb plus V3. Subject plus auxiliary verb plus V3. V3 means past participle form of verb. The verb what you will use in this structure will be in what? Will be in past participle form. Okay, so here only one structure, subject plus auxiliary verb plus V3 plus something. So what is the difference? The difference will be in auxiliary verbs also. When it will be present perfect, subject plus have has plus V3. When it will be in past perfect, in place of auxiliary verb you will put had. When it will be in future perfect, in place of auxiliary verb you will write, you will use shall have or will have. Okay, dear students, here also I gave examples with the verb learn. I have learned it. Okay, here I wrote I had learned it. Okay, have, from have or has I used have. Here for all persons and numbers had is used. Okay, in this form, past perfect. Okay, subject plus had plus V3. I had learned it. Here I gave an example. I shall have. From shall have or will have I used shall have. And then V3. The V3 form of learn is learned. Okay, dear students, one thing remember again: subject plus auxiliary verb plus V3, and the difference will be in place of auxiliary verb. When it will be present perfect, have has. When it will be past perfect, had. When it will be future perfect, the auxiliary verbs will be shall have or will have. And I will also give you the definitions. The definition of present perfect is that present perfect tense is used to indicate the time of an action which happened in the past, but its effect, the effects of the actions are now. Okay, the effects of the sentence, the effects of the actions are present on the subjects. Okay, present perfect tense is also used to indicate the time of such an actions which happened time and time, okay, in indefinite period of indefinite period of time. Okay, dear learners, now the definition of past perfect. Okay, past perfect tense is used to indicate the time of an action which occurred in the past, before or after another actions. In the sentence of past perfect tense, there are two actions which happened one after another. Okay, then the definition of future perfect. The definition of future perfect is that future perfect tense is used to express the moment, the time of such an action which will happen in future by a specific period of time. Okay, then come the forms of perfect continuous tense. So look, here I gave the structures of perfect continuous tenses. Here also the structures are same. You will think, okay, you will think that here also the structure is only one. What is the structure? The structure is like this continuous tense. Okay, subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing, subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing, subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb ing. Here also a difference, and the difference is in place of auxiliary verb. When it will be present perfect continuous tense, the auxiliary verbs will be have been or has been. Okay, and in case of past perfect continuous tense, the auxiliary verb will be had been. Okay, and in case of future perfect continuous tense, the auxiliary verb will be shall have been or will have been. Okay, here I gave example: I have been learning it, I had been learning it, I shall have been learning it. Okay, when you will go to define present perfect continuous tense, you will see that present perfect continuous tense is used to express the time of such an action which started in the past and the action is still remaining. Okay, and the action is happening at the present time. Okay, then when you will go to define the past perfect continuous tense, you will see that the past perfect continuous tense is used to denote the time of such an action which was happening, which started in the past and was happening for a specific period of time. Okay, then future perfect continuous tense. There are no practical forms of practical definitions of future perfect continuous tense. We don't use it in the writings. In your textbook, you will never see a sentence with these structures. Although here I wrote a structure: subject plus shall have been, will have been, and I gave you an example: I shall have been learning it. With the verb learn, I made an example, and the example is I shall have been learning it. My dear students, here I tried my best to make you understand, and you can also tell that I tried my best to remind you the definition of tense, the structures of different forms of tense which you learned in your school life. Okay, this class is necessary not only for the students of class 11 but also for the students of class 12, although the students of class 12 got it in classroom with me. Dear learners, I think you will listen to my lecture attentively and you will try to understand my lecture, and in next classes I will become present with different topics, and I also want you to stay at home in this critical COVID-19 period, and I hope that when you will go outside home you will wear mask. Okay, and I also pray to Allah for you so that you can become safe from coronavirus disease. So I will be present again in next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.